Hey everybody, it's a cold day here at Sparkle Farm. Yesterday was in the 60s and sunny, and then it started raining early afternoon, and now next day it's just plain cold out. Overnight we had, I don't know, good couple inches, or not couple inches, good inch of rain it seemed like, and then after that just the wind started picking up. And they're still here. So that's Sparkle's heading out, and there's a good 2.5 inch chunk of wood here that I'm moving out of the driveway so she can get out. She's running the smaller dog, the beagle, up to the vet. Nothing major going on, just check up with him, and you know, he's 12 now. So we just wanted to get a once over on him. So let's look a little more down the drive here. So we'll see what's happening. But man, should have tossed the hoodie on too. Honey loves this. She doesn't get to come down the driveway too much. So it's all new smells, and I think this is, or I'm almost positive this is the area that the deer bed down. So a little further, we can see all the way to the end of the driveway. Hey, come on. See, every now and then she gets a little too comfortable. All right, drive's clear. All right, come on, dog. Hey, come on. She does listen good. All right, drive's clear. Let's go fire up Sparkle's car, and she can get rolling. All right, but after we do that, we'll be out in the workshop, just seeing what we can get into. There's always something. All right, see you in the workshop. The weather people said that we had gusts over 50 miles an hour, and so I wanted to come out and check on the barn. You can see my patches I've made in the past. I would have to say I think we're in good shape. You can see some of them lifting with the big breezes, but just making sure there wasn't like a big section ripped off, something where it wrecked the drywall inside. All right, let's get inside the shop. All right, so it's in the 20s outside. We're at 42, 41, 42 in the shop. Gonna get the fire going. We're gonna be out here most of the day doing stuff. Mainly figuring out stuff for the sink over there that we're gonna install, and still haven't stacked all that black walnut that I split the other day. I was trying to find something to keep it off the ground. It still needs to season, so I came up with an idea, and we're gonna work on that today. Yeah, you notice the orange light up there? My dad came over yesterday, and we were working in here, changing around the electrical. Some of the lights, you had to turn on the breaker. We wanted to set up the compressor to be switched, and he happened to have this light in his barn that was just left over from a project, and he brought it over and we set it up so the compressor, when the compressor's on, that light's on, just so when I close up the shop for the day, I can just know quick and easy if I've left the compressor on. All right, let's get this fire going. So what we're working on today, I split all this wood. We're going to be building a firewood rack for smaller logs. The wood burner in our house, it takes smaller logs, so I've been cutting everything smaller. But I have a big pile of wood outside that I just need to season, so I wanted something that I could stack everything on and just stick it out in the woods to let it just age and dry out. So what I'm going to use is some leftover 2-inch electrical conduit. So I'm just going to make them the same length, and then I have an idea of how I'm going to hold them this far apart, just so then I can stack my wood on it easy, and then it'll sit 2 inches off the ground, so I'll get good airflow and I won't get any rot from that way. Alright, so let's cut that, and I'll show you what I'm up to. So I basically split the difference. So I want to get the most I can out of it. So now, I think that one's been dropped too many times. So what do you think? So we'll just flip it around. And then just use my piece of wood. And that's it. Now I have 2 even pieces of conduit, and so let's make our brackets. So the way we're going to keep these at, let's see what distance we want. At about 5.5 inches in between. It's about 10 inches on the outside. Just gonna line them up. So now I'm gonna make a bracket that's 9.5 on the outside. And 1/2 inch. So we're just going to go 9.5, and we're going to square down. So we're just going to make both of our brackets here. So they need to be, have 1.5 inches on either side. So you'll see what I'm going to be making it here in a second. So it's just super simple. I'm not trying to make this over complicated. Alright, before I cut it out, let me show you what it looks like. So we have a C shape, another C shape, and all this is the waist. So besides making scrap for the fireplace, I made 2 C's. Let me show you what I'm doing with them. So I needed to hold these 2 together at this distance. So all I'm doing is I just cut a C right there. It's in there. And now we're just gonna get some screws. Just drop it right in, and then we'll take this outside. We'll find a spot to put it and stack our wood. Alright, so I'm just gonna pre-drill. Just gonna put it in tight. So I'm just going to drop the pre-drill and put the other one in on the other side, and we'll be good. Sweet. Now we're set. It's still like 15 degrees out right now and 20 some mile-an-hour wind, so we're gonna go set this outside by the wood pile, but we're not gonna be out there stacking. Isn't this stuff awesome though? So next season we'll be burning that. Now this is just my quick and dirty rack for drying my firewood. I just plan on throwing this in just into the woods, just so it's out of the way of any project. I just didn't want to, I had this extra, this is all just scrap material. If I had something different, I would have made it out of that, but needed something a little different, and this will serve the purpose. So as I'm cutting wood and other stuff the rest of the winter and spring and summer, I'll be throwing it on here and probably making some other racks, so we have wood to burn for next season. Alright, thanks for hanging out in the workshop.